What is happening in the crypto markets right now? Bybit just got hacked for $1.5 billion, the largest hack in not only crypto history, but in history in general. And then we have some signals on that another Solana dump is incoming. Market maker manipulations in the game are escalating heavily, and there are cartels now being unveiled. But of course, as always in this jungle called the crypto markets, I have some good news for you as well, and we're gonna jump into the technicals to get some clarity on what the charts is telling us. So let's get into this. All right, so we have another bloodbath in the market. We have another market meltdown. Not as hard as the one when Trump announced the tariffs against Canada, Mexico, and China. But this one is hard though, because we have the largest crypto hack, or the largest hack in history, and it was $1.5 billion on the Bybit exchange. So as you see, everything is red, and basically what happened is this. Let's unveil it. So while Ben, the CEO of Bybit, was doing that last signature for a transfer of Ethereum between the cold and warm storage that they have, hackers, a hacker group called the Lazarus Group from North Korea, actually managed to somehow snatch that from them. So they managed to get in there and wipe the whole wallet from them. And that we're talking about $1.5 billion worth of Ethereum. So of course, that's a major, substantial amount. Now, of course, this triggered a massive sell-off and withdrawal, bank run on Bybit. People were scarred and people are traumatized about what happened with FTX just a couple of years ago, when it basically sunk the whole crypto market. It took the whole crypto market with it down. I think it was about $16 billion worth of crypto and money that was just wiped out. But here the situation was different, and Bybit managed to recover this very well. And the 350K in withdrawals that happened on the run on Bybit directly after this hack, when the news came out, is actually, in contrast, very small. Like they could have easily been past 7 figures in withdrawals from Bybit. So they managed to keep the community and their clients very calm, actually, and very much so due to Ben's effort to go live and to talk to the community all the time. And he basically, and the whole Bybit team basically stated an example of how a crypto exchange should run these kind of situations. Because I can tell you, when Binance, Coinbase, and other exchanges have been in this situation, they have basically halted withdrawals and handled it completely differently. Bybit gave total insight. They displayed a lot of cooperativeness, openness, and therefore have been able to get back on their feet very fast. But there's more to this than just the hack itself. It's the timing of it that is very interesting. But first, just to clarify, yeah, as they say, Bybit has already fully closed the ETH gap. Now, audited poor report will be publicly available soon, where they basically prove that they have one-to-one backing on all the clients' ETH assets. But this top is what I find very interesting, because we had a very nice market going on Friday. Market was bullish, and it was signaling for everybody that we are going to smash 100K now. Finally, we are breaking out of this range of 94 to 98, 99K where we've been stuck in forever. So it comes here, and exactly before it's going to break out, like we see in the market catch up momentum, 99.5K, boom, the news drop. Everybody is long. Everybody thinks that we are to the moon with this now. Boom, the news drops and market drops. Market melts. We were actually covering it live here on the YouTube channel. And speaking of that, don't forget the live streams. Don't miss them. Put the notification bell on so you get notified when we go live, because we always cover these kind of events and we trade live on these stuff. But anyway, long story short, I don't believe in coincidence, especially not in crypto. And this here is a very special coincidence that this happened, a perfect liquidation before a market bull run. So we're going to jump into the technicals later on and look at if we actually are on the verge of getting that bull run that we've been waiting for so long. Or is it the opposite? Are we actually getting a further liquidation before we're having a bull run? Now, the same hacker group that is said to be behind the Bybit hack is also said to be behind the Solana pump and dump schemes that's been going on, where people, retail traders, have lost millions on these meme tokens. Now, speaking of Solana, this is not confirmed yet, but it is said that on March 1st, Solana faces a major unlock, so a major token unlock. So there will be more Solana flooding into the markets, which means, of course, that it's not good for the price. The Solana price will dump a bit on this. We have about 11.2 million SOL from the FTX estate worth $2.3 billion that might flow right back into the market. So this is a day to keep your eyes on. You maybe don't want to be long with leverage on Solana during these dates. But something that I find more interesting, like Marty Party posted here on his X profile, is that Kraken, Bybit, and Binance have been dumping Solana, Sui, and Ethereum. And when I say dumping, I mean dumping it a lot. And is said to be sent to Wintermute. And what this signals is basically that there's a massive liquidation coming up again. This could kind of be a bullish thing because Sol, Su, and ETH are crypto projects that we know a lot of these whales and institutions are accumulating a lot. They want to build on these platforms, and all of them are layer 1 platforms. They have different purposes. They are good for different things. For example, ETH is definitely one of the main platforms where real world asset tokens or projects will be built on. So this movement of these tokens between these exchanges and dumping it from the exchanges is extremely suspicious. It should be illegal, but of course this is not regulated. So this is a gray zone where they can operate and do this stuff, but you cannot do the same thing with, for example, stock papers or something else. Now, this ETH dump would play perfectly into what we see here on Ethereum. And I've been saying this for a while now. ETH is, no matter what people say and think, extremely bullish. We look at the fundamentals and even on the market structure. So this is a massive accumulation pattern that you see here. And you see this triangle is just tightening and tightening, squeezing the price. In the same time, we have had a massive liquidation on the bottom side, on the sell side, which is necessary for a mega pump. So we have the accumulation, then we have the manipulation, then we have the distribution coming after that. So this what comes now will probably be a little extra shakeout. I don't think we will take out this bottom at about $2,100. I think we're coming down maybe to $2,400, extreme case $2,200. And after that, we will see a mega bull run. That's what I see. That's what I think. So why I believe so is because of these whales, institutions, all of these big names, elites accumulating, especially Ethereum, heavily. While the price is so suppressed, it doesn't make sense. Understand? And there's so much also going on Ethereum. So this whole thing doesn't make sense. And looking at the price action, looking at what's going on, for me, just adds up that we might have shakeouts. We might have liquidity sweeps coming up and more than we already have seen. But the price will skyrocket when this is finished. So this is just about being patient, being resilient, don't leverage too hard, and just play the game, not greedy. And here you can see Ash Crypto bringing up the same thing that I just mentioned, that the unloading of ETH and Solana is probably to liquidate all these longs, like a last hard shakeout to bring that fear into the market. Because as today, the fear and greed index stands at about 40. So that's slightly below neutral. Let's see if they want to bring it further down before they start pushing the market up. Because as you can see on the chart, it's very low. Like the fear and greed index has never been this low with price of BTC this high. And this is what you want, of course. You want sellers in the market so that you can buy and be on the train when the price goes up. And that's how the institutions think. Now, if you take a look at the liquidity chart and see where the liquidity is at, then we see that at 7 days. So counting the liquidity for 7 days, the majority is actually on the buy side. So here's the price. And we have the majority here on the buy side. It's in total, what we can see right now on Binance, $2.1 billion. While on the short side, it's $1.6 billion. So short side is dominating, which is important. This is bullish, but it means that most of the liquidity is above us. We need to go up to take out the liquidity. But like I said this morning in the Telegram report that I post on the Telegram channel, if you ain't in it, link is in the description box below. But I mentioned that I think we're coming down to 94K approximately, maybe all the way down to 92.5K to sweep that last liquidity. And that is what you see down here before we can push up again. And it's the same thing if we look at the 30-day chart, but even more aggressive. So the buy side is definitely dominating here. People are shorting BTC a lot, which means crypto, of course, a lot. So we have 4.2 billions here, contra 2.2 billions, and that is on Binance. So market will definitely magnetize towards the upside. And the FUD there in between, the volatility, that's something you either intraday trade or you just ignore it if you're a position holder. And on this heat map, you can see the short-term liquidity I was talking about, and that's the 94K liquidity that market definitely want to target before we move further up. Now, if we take a quick look at BTC, so this is my morning analysis, and you can see the range here that we've been stuck in. It's between 95K approximately all the way up to 99K. We've been stuck here forever. We've been stuck here since Tuesday, the 4th of February. And that is just this range. Then we have this bigger range that ranges between 91K all the way up to 104K that we've been stuck in since November. So this sideways action is crazy and it's getting tighter, which means we're getting closer and closer to a breakout. The big question is, of course, are we breaking down or are we breaking up? Now, if we zoom out a little bit and we go to the weekly time frame, what do we see? We see a bearish candle, a big bearish candle. We see a smaller bearish candle with big wicks, even smaller bearish candle with large wicks. And then we see a bullish candle starting to form here with big wicks. And now this week's candle that is only 1 day into it, so it's Monday, and it's starting with a good pullback, which is exactly what we need. This is actually bullish. So what we are looking for is for this candle to engulf this previous candle that closed at 96,200, 96,300 US dollars for one BTC. And we want this one, of course, to close above. So somewhere in the range, at least at 97, 98K. I want to see it close above 98K. That would be good because we have resistance 98K that we've been battling for a while now. But the most important thing is that this momentum just continues upwards and accelerates up. That is what we are looking for. So somewhere midweek, we should see this thing just shift and start pushing upwards. And here you can also see this big trend, the support that we have since September 2024. And as you see, we are basically breaking out of it. So I don't know if this is going to be a liquidity sweep or if we're going to break out of it in a real fashion. We're going to see now. But for me, I'm suspecting that this is a liquidity sweep. We might dump all the way down to 92.5K, as I mentioned before. We have liquidity all the way down there. One token that held very strong during this pullback is, of course, XRP. XRP was very resilient. So while we saw BTC dropping hard, of course, XRP dropped as well, but it didn't drop as hard as BTC did. So right now, sellers and buyers are battling, bulls and bears are battling about the 2.44 support line. We just broke it. And the question is like I said with BTC, is this a liquidity sweep and we will pull straight back in and find support above 2.45? Or will we stay down here and even push further down to test 2.3, 2.29? Because honestly, looking at this, there's a lot of liquidity stuck here. And market might want to sweep this first before we push further up. The lowest levels I see for XRP right now, if we have a mega liquidation, as we spoke on before, is 1.98. So 1.98, so the 77.2, so the 77.6 Fibonacci retracement level from the low of mid-February as this last swing, the 77.6 Fibonacci retracement level there lands at about 1.98, and that's the last level I see if we have a mega liquidation. But I don't think we come in that low. I think we come into 2.28 maximum, somewhere around that vicinity. Might go a little bit lower than that, 2.22, 2.21, and after that we're going to start pushing upwards. But that's my prediction. I'm not a guru, I'm not a market maker, so I cannot see into the future. All I can say is it's a good idea to DCA during these dips. These are the buy opportunities that you want. So you want to buy on the way down and you want to sell on the way up. In Prosperous World, we've been having a good week. I called out this trade today, the swing trade on ACH USDT. We had major take profits during the whole week. We had some nice live streams. We both took profit. We watched the whole Bybit hack meltdown and everything. But it's been a very good week so far with news. We cover everything as you see here. This is the analysis, the report that I wrote this morning and posted that covers basically everything I just talked on and even some more. And speaking of Prosperous World, I do want to remind you of that we got a pre-sale going on the world token. So this might be the last chance you get to grab it before it gets listed on Bitnix and other crypto exchanges. So get it before it's too late. And you can already stake it with a very generous API until it gets listed on the crypto exchanges. Then of course you can still hold it and stake it if you want to, or you can trade it on the exchanges. Or use it as the utility token it is meant for, to have influence in the community and trade these NFT cards so you can enhance your passive income inside our Prosperous World ecosystem. If you want to know more about that and this revolutionary ecosystem that we are creating, this revolutionary educational platform, then you need to check out prosperousworld.io. All links are in the description box below. Guys, we're changing the world bit by bit, but I want to finish this off by reading something that Bybit actually wrote and posted on their X profile. Encourage long-term development and contribute to blockchain projects instead of short-term speculation. It reflects the idea of actively creating, innovating, and supporting the crypto ecosystem rather than just investing into it. So this is about a mindset, and people are very short-sighted in their mindset lately, especially in this bull run, and everybody want to make quick gains. Like the meme coin industry literally reflects that. But we are changing the whole financial system here. We're changing the world as we know it. So be part of that change, be part of this revolution where we, the people, actually are getting the power back, our financial control back from the banks that have been controlling it for ages. And this is exactly what we do in Prosperous World. We lead this financial revolution, and we want you to be a part of it and be a part of us doing this together with us. We need you, you need us. We have a full platform of education, a real high-class academy, live streams multiple times a week with Q&A sessions. So I'm your personal mentor in this. We trade live on these sessions. And of course, a vibrant, very skilled community. And by the way, massive shout out to all my Prosperous people. I wish you guys a beautiful week. Trade safe. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in the community and on the live streams. All right, peace.